everyone. Do we like my little corner? It's my cozy little corner. I don't know if that sounded stupid or not. I don't know if my hair looks good. Hello. I've cut my hair and I've thought that let's bring back some fun little videos. Let's bring back some yapping videos because this is the type of content that I want to make and I'm trying to like learn how I'm going to make that. I don't know if you guys are on the same side of TikTok as I am or if you're living under a rock and you don't really go on TikTok or Reels or anything, but I've been seeing so many creators doing the products I actually recommend trend. And I feel like there's a lot of issues with these sort of videos because I feel like influencers recommend really expensive brands, really expensive things. I feel like they also recommend things that are just kind of, I guess, overconsumed. I've been looking a lot into overconsumption lately. I've been watching Rach Louise do like literally so many videos and I love her, so shout out. And so I feel like I'm going to give you a bunch of products that I actually recommend. As someone who also has never been sponsored by really anything, I did an Udi collaboration back in like 2022, 2023 maybe with Udi. Yeah, that was for my gaming stuff. That's not in this video also. I also feel like a lot of creators not just do collaborations and sponsorship products, but they also do products that are like, again, very expensive, or like skincare products and things like that that just might not work for you. So I'm also doing a video where I'm actually not recommending you any skincare products, anything like that. I've got things I guess kind of under that umbrella, but not anything directly. Like, I'm not going to tell you what I use to make my skin look like this sort of thing, you know? Saying that though, obviously take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Just because I really like these products, just because I really like these things doesn't mean they're going to work out for you. But these are just things that I personally really like. And if someone asks me to recommend a couple things, just in general day to day, this is what I would recommend. I hope my hair looks okay. I'm still trying to warm up whether I actually like the short hair or not. First product I would genuinely recommend is a reusable water bottle. Now, I'm not telling you to buy 20. I'm not telling you to have every single color under the rainbow. I'm not telling you to get a new one every single time a new trend comes around. I've never had a Stanley. I've never had, what is it, an Olowa. I have a hydro jug that my mum got me for Christmas. If you guys saw my little Christmas video, I got this for Christmas. I've been using this ever since. This is the only one I have. I have 3 reusable water bottles, okay? I have a Typo one that I bought for $5. And I have a Pokemon themed one that I got from EB Games when I signed up for their like membership. That's all I've got. And those two, one was $5, one I got for free, okay? This is the only one I actively use. My boyfriend sometimes uses my other one, but I use this in everyday life. I highly recommend getting a reusable water bottle, especially one with a straw. This has got lipstick stains all over it because I use it all the time. But I feel like one with a straw naturally helps me drink water faster. Again, all depends on the person, things like that. But I really like my reusable water bottle. I think it is the best thing I have, and I'm going back home next week. I'm making sure I can bring this on the plane. I bring this everywhere. I put it in my tote bag. Again, literally like, I don't think I've ever drank so much water until I got a reusable water bottle. So I highly recommend. She's my child. The second thing I'd recommend, I could make an entire video on books that I genuinely recommend. So if you guys want me to do something like that, I'm so happy to. But a book that I recommend that I think everyone should read, especially if you're someone that is doing like a small business or obviously doing content creation, things like that. Just Getting Started by Brittany Saunders. She is the lady that created Fate the Label, which I wear that clothes all the time. I have 2 tops and they are like literally the staple pieces in my wardrobe. Everyone knows that I wear them. I love them so much. I'm not wearing them today because we're currently very comfy, cozy in our little comfy corner, and like it's just not the weather for them right now, but there's been a jumper that I really want from them and I've yet to get it because it's $100, but I love Fate the Label. It's not one of the things on my 10, but also I just love Fate the Label. But no, the book, Just Getting Started. I've never read a book so fast in my life. I speed ran this book because it was just so informative. It was so inspiring. It made me feel like I could do anything. And I feel like there are very few books that make you really feel like that, especially ones kind of under that, I guess, self-help category, I guess. This is so good. I got this book signed. My mum got me this for Christmas again. Shout out my mum. She knows what's up. But I got this book signed. Genuinely, like, I can't exaggerate. I cannot exaggerate how much this book means to me. I will be rereading it forever and ever and ever. And it's just so pretty. And again, it really just kind of shows how she started the business. It shows all the hiccups she had along the way, all the things she wished she knew, all the things that she got wrong. I feel like I like seeing someone who's successful say where they went wrong, because I feel like it's a big part of life that we always need to make mistakes. And I like that someone is showing that she did make a lot of mistakes, but look at where she is now. Hey, they've got so many stores open. It's just such a beautiful book. Brittany Saunders genuinely is such an inspiration for someone also my age. So highly recommend this book if you can grab your hands on it. And again, I feel like Aussie's getting shit done. I feel like that is where it's at right now. And yeah, highly recommend. Again, if you guys want me to make an entire video on books that I recommend, I feel like I keep a very tight pride of books that I genuinely recommend. So I might do that in the future. The next thing, I guess, is not a physical product. And again, it's very much if this works for you, if it does, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I feel like a lot of people were recommending gym memberships. I feel like that's something that I saw so much. If you're gonna get a gym membership, I would recommend getting a flexible gym membership. One of the ones that do cost a bit more, but you can cancel at any time. I'm someone who's just kind of started going to the gym for the first time this year. I've never touched a gym before then. I'm currently on a flexible sort of membership. So that means after a month's time, I can cancel at any time. I pay a little bit more than everyone else. Like all my roommates do like the 6-month or the 12-month sort of thing. I went flexi. So I'm paying maybe like $3 to $4 more a week than they would, but I don't really care because I can cancel at any time. I'm still learning if I like the gym. I still don't know how I feel about it. Maybe doing stuff at home, maybe going on runs and walks and things like that will be better for me, especially because I have such bad knees. So I've really got to care about those. Like I took a whole week off because I had a knee dislocation, things like that. And then it's like, it's a lot of kind of aspects like that. So I would recommend getting a flexible one. If your gym does not offer a flexible one, look into the cancellation policies. Don't be stupid. I feel like gyms are very lock-in contracts. So that's why I went flexi, so I can cancel literally at any time. And if you can afford those couple extra bucks a week, I genuinely think it's so worth it. If you're going to get a gym membership, that is. Again, I say take everything with a grain of salt that I say, because if you don't want to do this or you don't want to buy this product, don't. I'm just telling you what I genuinely like. The next thing I'm going to say is also, I don't have it on me, but I wear it every single day, is an MCO Beauty mascara. Now, MCO Beauty, they're very popular. I feel like a lot of people know what they are. A lot of people know what they do. They make a lot of dupes pretty much. I feel like they've got so much different like good makeup products and things like that. They've got the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray dupe that I love. They've got the beautiful contour. I use so much of their products, but if I was gonna ever recommend one, I would recommend their mascara. They've got this, like, I think it's Extend Lash mascara. It is so good. It's one of the waterproof ones, but also tubes. So I feel like it doesn't like stay on in the shower. It doesn't rip off my eyelashes when I'm taking them off. It's so good. And I feel like it gives me enough volume because I like having a very simple face. I feel like it gives me enough volume there. It's probably the closest that I'll ever get. Again, I won't really recommend any like skincare products, things like that. So this is probably the closest that you're going to get of me telling you to put something on your face. Like, I can tell you guys the skincare that I use. I can tell you guys all that sort of stuff. I can tell you what works for me. I'm never going to recommend them for someone else because also I don't know what works for your skin. I have kind of very specific, like weird kind of stuff with my skin. So I'm very like nitpicky, and I personally would not take like a skincare recommendation from a influencer if I do not like do that sort of thing, you know? So again, everything with a grain of salt. Another thing, my pride and joy. My pride and joy. I had to like pick it up dramatically as I show you guys. My Kindle. My Kindle, my beauty. Oh my God, I got this 3 years ago now? Damn, okay, I feel old. I got this for my graduation present, my high school graduation present. Mind you, I now have a bachelor's degree, so crazy. But I got this as a high school grad present from my mum. I was gonna buy one myself if she didn't do this, because I knew I really wanted a Kindle, but this is so good. If you're moving, especially things like that, if you are a reader on the go all the time, if you're a reader where you don't really know where you're gonna be stuck in one place for very long, Kindle. Again, you can have so many books on here, you can read all the time. I honestly feel like I read faster on my Kindle. Also, do you know how peak it is? Do you know how peak it is to be having all the lights off in your house and you're just curled up in bed with your book? I love this Kindle. So much. Again, you can adjust the font size as well. I use glasses to read a lot of the time, but sometimes when I'm curled up in bed, I really prefer to not wear my glasses, things like that. But I don't need to with this because I can just extend the font, I can make it bigger, all that sort of stuff. I can again curl up in the dark. I can have my LED lights on, I can curl up all comfy in my bed, and it is so Nice. Also, a Kindle is how I get a lot of my books from authors and things like that I get to read, because a lot of advanced reader copies that authors give me are to be put on a Kindle or on iPad. I also read on my iPad. I've got my iPad here. This is what I'm reading off the list off of, but I read off these two a lot. I'm also going to be making a video very soon about how to get more, like how to get kind of book PR as a book influencer, things like that, because I feel like I made a video over a year ago and I feel like that's quite outdated to what I know now. So I'm going to be redoing that. So if you guys want to watch that, let me know down below what kind of stuff you'd want to know even about like that sort of advanced reader copy, things like that. I've kind of planned out the video, but I'll always add more things in, or I'll just answer questions and things like that. Yeah. Kindles also have, can I just say, Kindles also have a beautiful battery life. I didn't realize how long ago since I charged this. I checked it and it had 85% and I was like, okay. Like, I use this quite often as well. So Kindle's where it's at. The next product I will recommend is, if you're going to get anything to listen to things on, get Bluetooth headphones if you're going to be on the run. Now, don't get me wrong. I have AirPods. These iPods actually don't work. They are quite old. They kind of died this year officially, and I think I've had them since 2022. So 4 years, they did me good. But I went and I changed immediately to these. These, I forgot what brand this is. What is it? It is Sprout. There we go. I got these for a little bit cheaper through Telstra points, because like my family always signs up with Telstra. So I got these for quite cheap actually, but I really love them. I use these for everything. I use these when I'm on the go. I use these for my PC. I feel like having something that's so multi-use, then you don't have like 20 different headsets. You don't have 20 different like listening devices and things like that. I like trying to keep everything as like tight-knit as possible. I like to try and keep things as minimal as possible, as much as I possibly can, as someone who kind of does 20,000 different things at once. But a way that I do that is genuinely just having a pair of Bluetooth headphones to do anything. To listen to my podcasts that I do most Monday mornings, to go on my PC to like stream with, to like be on the go. Oh, I'm walking to work and I just get to wear these. It's so convenient, it's so easy. So if you're going to choose, I would choose personally something like this. Also, these can be a lot more affordable for a better sound quality than a lot of AirPods and things like that. There are also Apple ones if you do want to stick to your Apple and what you know, but I really like the Sprout ones. Sprout, they're quite cool. I also like that they kind of can curl up just into this, and I can just kind of carry them around everywhere. And again, they kind of just sit nicely on you here, and you can do that, and you're chilling. I put them on the wrong way. Usually they're like this, there. And then I just kind of, yeah, I use these everywhere. I use these at the gym, anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere I take these that I need to listen to music, and I love it. I love it so much. And I feel quite cool. I feel like I look like a cool girl with my little headphones on, you know? Headphones! Another thing, which again is one of the things that are kind of quite close to recommending skincare, but I'm not going to recommend skincare, is a certain deodorant brand that I like. Now, this is really good if you want to be aesthetic on a budget. This is really good if you want a little bit more whimsy into your life, because I feel like these have like the best scents I've ever smelt in deodorant. This is Gem. My mum recommended me this and I love it. This is in the scent Marshmallow, because yes, there is a marshmallow scented deodorant. It's my favorite. It smells so good. I use this every single day. Also, I recommend getting it while it's on sale. Sometimes Kohl's and Woolworths have it on sale for half price. I have an extra can that I have yet to use in a vanilla scent because I love vanilla. It's literally my favorite scent. And I buy it when it's on sale. These are like $5 when they're on sale. And I feel like that's pretty good for what it's worth. It is made with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and shea butter. I feel like it feels quite like a natural spray-on deodorant as well. And it does have the 48-hour sweat protection and things like that. I feel so much extra whimsical feeling like I smell like marshmallows, you know? I feel like a lot of deodorant flavors are like if you got the women, it's like sexy bouquet, radiant raspberry. It's like, or very like fuchsia floral. And I feel like I don't get anything whimsical. I want marshmallow. I want marshmallow. Where's the fairy floss flavor? Let's get fairy floss in here. Let's get fairy bread in here. I just love a good little bit of whimsy. Also, again, if you're a creator, low-key, this looks so aesthetic. If you really want to use it for the aesthetic purpose, it's quite an affordable way to feel more aesthetic as well. Because like, look at that. I feel like it's such simple packaging. I feel like it's so much fun to like take with you, everything like that. It's got a cute little cap, cute little spray. But a boom. I didn't want to waste too much. I love this. And I feel like, oh my god, no, I hate the videos when people are like, I recommend you this product. I'm going to use half of the bottle right now to spray it because you're listening to Disney Channel. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anymore. That was 3 sprays. That was 3 sprays and I'm not doing any more. Oh my god, my room smells so good though now. Okay, no. It was a little bit worth it because now my room smells great. It was a little bit worth it because now my room smells so great. But please, it's Gem Skin Loving Protection. I just really like them. We are getting into the final 3 now. Finally, you guys are probably so sick of this video. No, I'm kidding. This is another thing that, again, I don't really have a physical version of to tell you, but theatre tickets. Go support your local theatre. Go support any sort of theatre. I feel like theatre is dying these days and I hate it. I love theatre. I love watching musicals. I love watching plays. I love everything. Sydney Fringe is on right now, guys. If you guys are in Sydney area, the Sydney Fringe Festival is literally on and the tickets are not actually that expensive for what they're worth. I know a lot of people from my uni and stuff like that are in those. One of my roommates is in a Sydney Fringe show. I've got so much like love for theatre. I've seen maybe 3 shows this year so far. I haven't seen enough, I'll tell you that. I feel like it's so underrated, it's so beautiful. I was in, oh my god, I literally performed at the Opera House this year. I love theatre. I wrote my own piece for that. I love watching theatre and I feel like tickets are never a waste of money and I always highly recommend them. And I'm gonna call it a product that I recommend because I always recommend theatre tickets. If you guys ever want to know shows that are on, let me know and I can kind of like start putting that on my Instagram more because I feel like I know a lot. I feel like I'm very like aware of the theatre scene these days, which I quite love as well. The final 2, the second final thing. Again, this is not so, I feel like a lot of people kind of don't like that people recommend this. I'm gonna recommend it because I can, but if you don't want to buy it, don't. An iPad. I feel like again, literally in the person I love watching, Rachel Louise, she kind of said everyone recommends an iPad. Not everyone needs an iPad. I agree. Not everyone needs an iPad. I did, and I think it's quite fun. I use it mainly for work stuff and to watch YouTube on occasion. I do like kind of sitting and watching YouTube, and I use it to read and things like that. But I mainly bought this because I'm an actor. And if I can't like print things out, I currently don't have a printer in my house. If I can't print out scripts and things like that, one of my coworkers recommended me buying this so that I can like read my scripts off here. Because I feel like that's so much easier than reading on your phone. It feels like you've kind of got it bigger and in front of you so you can actually learn the lines. I love it. This is how I've learned so many scripts so far this year as soon as I bought it. This is one of the very few things that I've bought myself completely and I feel like it's a very luxury item that I'm very lucky that I was able to afford. But if you guys like that sort of stuff, highly recommend. Highly, highly, highly. This is like, again, I love it. I am very like minimal with the games that I have on here. I try not to really play any games on here because I try and keep it mainly for that sort of working stuff, but I have everything organized into like casting websites. I have a couple shopping things. I have a couple social things because also my social media, I use Canva on here a lot. I love Canva. Canva is amazing and Canva is always beautiful. I use Canva for literally everything. It's things like that. And obviously I have my beautiful Kindle app that I use like day to day. My iPad is one of the best things I personally owned. And again, you don't need one. I'm not gonna say that you do need one, but if you work a lot and things like that, this is also a very convenient portable way to bring your work around if you can't bring your laptop everywhere, especially if you don't have a laptop. I love it. And I'm gonna close the book because we are on our last item. And I know what our last item is because this is something that I never thought I'd usually recommend, but I do. This is the most expensive thing that I will recommend ever because it's just my pride and joy right now. And it is a beautiful, nice purse. Now, I'm very lucky. My mum ended up paying for this purse for me because we still got it really cheap, but this is technically, this is a Kate Spade bag. This is expensive. I'm very aware of how expensive it is, hence why I leave it in its bag half the time, the bag in the bag. But would I recommend a very fancy bag? Yes. Why? Because this is one of the things where I very rarely would agree buy it nice or buy it twice. But if you're going to buy yourself a really like nice bag, things like that, you may as well buy a really nice bag and leave it for the special occasions. And if you're going to buy, like I have a smaller bag as well. I have a smaller purse I bring everywhere. I got that from Maya. That was like $30. That was a lot cheaper, my main going out bag. But if you need like a nice city bag, things like that, I do love Kate Spade. Again, this is never going to be sponsored. Imagine this girl sponsoring me. That would be crazy. But this is my pride and joy. I'm not telling you to go buy a $1,000 bag either. I'm just telling you that I really like this $1,000 bag. And it got down to just around $300 and my mum ended up buying it for me because this is the first bag that I've ever looked at and went like, think I really want it actually. I'm not like that materialistic. I don't really buy expensive things, but this is beautiful. It's in this beautiful pink color and it's also silver. I feel like it's so hard to find like silver things. And this is me just saying how much I love this bag. And it's also very spacious. I can fit my iPad in here. This is, as weird as it sounds, this is one of my biggest things. The fact that I can fit my iPad in here and take my iPad with me. I can take this to a cafe with my iPad in it and do work at a cafe. I love it. It also has its own special like zip up compartments and things like that for safety purposes. If you guys ever want to know and want me to do a what's in my bag whenever I take this bag out, I also like to be very prepared, so I will happily do that. But yeah, I would recommend always buying a nice bag. Again, I'm not telling you to buy a $300 one, I'm not telling you to buy a $1,000 one. I'm telling you, you can buy a nice $50 one if you wish, or a nice $20 one, or a nice $10 one even. Go to the thrift stores. Thrift stores have good stuff like this. Thrift stores have really good stuff if you have a look at the right spots. But I would recommend always buying a good little purse. Again, I literally don't take her out very often unless I am actually going out into the city and things like that, and I'm definitely going to use her a lot more in the future. But for now, she kind of stays all held up in this while I'm not doing anything. A little dust bag to make sure it looks up. She's looked after. Those were 10 products, all kind of like, I guess, 10 subcategories of things that I recommend. Again, take it all with a grain of salt. I've told you many times, but take it all with a grain of salt. Whatever doesn't resonate with you, don't take it with you. We're going to be like those tarot card readings that we see on TikTok, okay? Whenever it doesn't resonate with you, you can just throw it in the bin. Anything that you might find interesting, let me know. If there are any products that you guys genuinely recommend, also comment down below and tell me. And if you guys are wanting to see more of this sort of content, more of this sort of vibes, consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Obviously, I'm going to tell you that at least once. But it's quite a little fun and it supports me doing this little channel. And I love doing this. This is so fun for me. This is like my life. So yeah. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day or night or whatever time it is. I hope you have a good time. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to another beautiful little video on my little channel. And welcome back to Tab's Cozy Corner. We'll be doing more stuff here, which I'm quite excited about. Yeah, enjoy guys. Have a lovely time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! Bye! Ah! Whoa, you guys have been standing on Sarah J. Maas books this entire video as well.